You can lock all 5 monster zones with this combo. You'll need Unicorn plus Fenrir. Start by special summoning Unicorn, and activate its effect to search for Kashtira Birth. Special summon a level 7 if you can, but it's not needed. Then activate Kashtira Birth and normal summon Fenrir without tributing. Activate Fenrir to search for Riseheart. XYZ into Shangri-La. Try to keep Unicorn on the field if you can. Special summon Riseheart from your hand. Activate its effect to banish Kashtira Ogre from your deck. This will trigger Shangri-La to lock one zone. Activate Kashtira Birth to special summon the Ogre that you just banished. Activate Ogre's effect to search Kashtira Preparations. XYZ into Diablosis. Keep Unicorn on the field if you can. Activate Diablosis. Banish an important card from your opponent's extra deck. This will trigger Shangri-La to lock another zone. And Diablosis to banish cards from the top of your opponent's deck, which will trigger Shangri-La to lock a third zone. During your opponent's standby phase, summon Fenrir from your deck. Now, whenever your opponent activates a monster effect, Fenrir will banish a card your opponent controls. That triggers Diablosis. Then Shangri-La will lock the remaining 2 monster zones, for a full 5 zones lock. And here it is, opponent can't summon any monster. For this combo you'll need Unicorn plus Riseheart. Start by special summoning Unicorn. Search for Kashtira Birth. Activate Birth. Then special summon Riseheart. Banish Fenrir. Special summon Fenrir using Birth's effect. Activate Fenrir to search for Ogre. Normal summon Ogre without tributing. Search for Preparations. XYZ into Shangri-La and Diablosis. Activate Diablosis. Banish an important card from your opponent's extra deck. This will trigger Shangri-La to lock a zone, and Diablosis to banish cards from the top of your opponent's deck, which will trigger Shangri-La to lock a second zone. Then during your opponent's standby, summon Fenrir or Unicorn depending on your opponent's deck. Now when opponent activates a monster effect, banish their monster. This will trigger Shangri-La to lock a zone. When they activate a spell, Birth banishes cards from your opponent's graveyard, which locks another of their monster zone. Diablosis then banishes cards from your opponent's deck, which locks one more zone for a total of 5 zones locked. I only have 4 zones locked here because he evaded my Fenrir banish. Negating Shangri-La doesn't unlock opponent's zones. Now I'll show you how to play going second. If you have D-Shifter and Max C in your hand, chain link 1 D-Shifter, chain link 2 Max C. Anything else doesn't work. Kashtira Unicorn is usually your best special summon. Search for Kashtira Birth. Activate Birth and normal summon Fenrir or Ogre, whatever you have in your hand, and special summon Ascended of Thunder if you have it. You can use your high attack monsters and main deck Kashtiras to attack before committing to XYZ summoning, because they all activate when they attack. XYZ into Shangri-La, then special summon Riseheart. Banish what you haven't summoned already. So for me I haven't summoned Fenrir yet, so I'll banish Fenrir and special summon it back using Birth's effect. Now XYZ into Diablosis. Activate Diablosis. Banish an important card from your opponent's extra deck. This will trigger Shangri-La to lock a zone, and Diablosis to banish cards from the top of your opponent's deck, which will trigger Shangri-La to lock a second zone. You'll want to summon both Fenrir and Unicorn using Preparations and Shangri-La's effect. Now I'll show you Synchros summoning and triggering Chinging to out an untargetable monster. You'll need 2 level 7 Kashtira monsters and Ash Blossom in your hand. I've already used my normal summon, so all I can do is pass now. I'll use preparations to summon Ogre. Now I have 2 level 7 monsters, and I can normal summon Ash Blossom. So first, I'll special summon Unicorn using Birth, then I'll normal summon Ash Blossom, and Synchro into Triggering. Kashtira monsters trigger to banish a card when they declare an attack, which will trigger Triggering to banish the Avra Max. Please subscribe if the video helped, and let me know in the comments what else about Kashtira you would like to see.